didn't check for her response. I checked for her response before I fade into the nether realm.
Fade into the nether realm.
Pass the fuck out.
Oh, gotcha. Fade into the nether realm.
You know, I am the Reaper, so I...
Fade into the nether regions.
No. I need to return to that place where I can recharge, right, where I deposit all the souls I consume in the dark.
Dark Souls. I hear that people play that video game are masochists.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh. Apparently it's a video game that is incredibly hard and you die over and over and over and over and over. And I would continue saying the word over for probably about 15 minutes in order for it to keep up. Again?
Wasn't that Doom?
No.
I disagree. Because I died over and over and over and over and over. And over.
I was actually good at Doom.
That's that. With your BFG.
Yeah. Or whatever noise it made.
I'd take the Mustang over the SS any day. The SS just looked like a family car that you put SS on and fucking tires.
That's kind of what it was.
You know.
Alright, we ready to talk?
Look, somebody's boiling their nuts.
Bold nuts. You know,
No, I don't.
yeah, you don't. I have not found boiled peanuts that I actually like.
Why would one boil peanuts?
Peanuts. Nuts.
Ah.
Peanuts.
I don't understand why one would boil a peanut.
They're softer, they add flavors to them.
No.
What I want is crunchier peanuts.
And that's when they coat them in candy.
No.
Yeah.
No, I want them roasted more than their normal roasting.
That's called charcoal.
I don't want them burnt.
You said roasted more though.
I want them roasted more. I was thinking that if I took like the Planters, the big thing, you know, the cube, right, of all unshelled peanuts, right? Yes.
The Planters.
The board cube of peanuts.
Okay.
And I poured them out on a metal pan.
No.
And I put them in the oven.
No.
Can I make them crunchier?
You don't want to do that.
Why don't I want to make them crunchier?
Well, first off, you're using someone's already genetically modified and fucked with product, and then you're going to then bake it. I'm not sure what you're going to get, but it's probably nothing you should consume.
I'm going to use a smaller pan and a test amount.
Okay. I'd go get like raw peanuts. Like peanuts.
Oh, believe me, my favorite is the ones where you got to crack the shell a little bit. Just like with sunflower
seeds. Why don't you just get raw peanuts and then roast them? As opposed to taking somebody's, you don't know what Planters did to that product before they put it in that container. So you're going with an unknown.
Planters, it's whatever generic brand.
Okay, you're still going with something that's been processed already, and you're reprocessing it, but you don't know what the process in the middle was. Too many variables? Can you say too many variables?
Well, the ingredients say peanuts.
And
sea salt, oil.
What kind of oil? Yeah, no, you don't oil. Do you oil your peanuts when you roast them? No, you just roast them.
I think that's how they got the sea salt to stick to them.
Exactly. Why do you want that? You want peanutty peanut. You want
crunchier peanut.
So you know what? Talk to the people that made the fucked up wheat that makes people sick, and make them make a genetically modified peanut for you.
Oh, the ultra gluten.
Yeah, and then you know in N years when you find out that it's killing you because to make it had to trip some gene, which tripped some gene in your body, and yeah, go ahead, have some fun with that.
Okay, I think our voices are sufficiently prepared. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. No?
Greetings.
Oh, hold on. I haven't hit record yet. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Not Robots podcast. That's your host, Harry.
And now for a quick break. Jeremy, dude, it was great seeing you today. We got to get together again sometime, and congrats. I know you're listening to the podcast, so I know you'll be really excited to hear that. All right, back to Pete.
I need to meet this Jeremy guy.
He works at Acres.
Oh, okay. Does he fish? No.
You mean like scan people out of their data?
No. Does he go fishing, like with, rod reel, try to pull
No,
like
no.
largemouth bass out of the water? Kind of like?
No, he kills things all
Oh.
the time in the
Oh, he's a hunter.
game world.
Right on.
Yeah, he's an electronic hunter. Yes.
Oh, gaming. Yes, gotcha. Totally different. We'll respect either way. Hey, so speaking of fishing, since I brought that up.
Wait, we're gonna discuss how to make a fission reactor.
No, fishing.
Oh, you kept saying fission.
Like F-I-S-H. Fish.
Hey, say
That's
those
really
wax things that your kids color with. What are those things called?
Crayons?
Okay.
What were you gonna say?
I've got a client who says her
Oh,
husband,
crowns.
her
What do we call them?
crayons,
Crayons? Huh.
crayons.
Well, yeah. What area of the country are they from? Because the
Crayons.
southern accent versus the Texas accent
Apparently
versus
I think this was a Midwestern.
Sheboygan,
thing.
Illinois.
I think it was an Illinois accent.
Yeah.
Crayons.
Yeah.
Crayons.
Okay.
Crayons.
So back to fishing.
Don't you put those in like your oatmeal crayons? The berries.
Oh, cranberries?
Yeah, crayons.
I don't know. I do like craisins. We've discovered this.
No,
one.
not
You
the
said there's
craisins.
Too
Not the
much
craisins,
sugar
craisins.
in them.
Well, yeah, there is that.
Yes, I know, but they're delicious.
That's because of the sugar.
Probably, but
So
I
you
like them.
you may as well ditch the crayon part and just go straight up for the
The
sugar.
crayon part?
The crayon.
Oh, okay.
And just go straight up for the sugar. You know what?
I don't like
I
regular
think-
sugar though.
Hey, so you instead of buying the craisins, they should just create sugargens, because really it's just the crayon's just a transport for the sugar. Why don't we just get straight to the point?
Just pour sugar straight into your milk instead of
Just
having
straight into your oat
chocolate
milk.
chip cookies.
It's something like that. Yeah.
or the flakes that have frostedness all over them.
Yeah, you see, that bothered me.
They're
How did
crunchy.
that get on there? And
Yeah.
exactly, and it's that milky white color. No, I'll pass. Thanks. No.
Do that again? Okay, all right.
No,
Now
no,
let's.
no.
I'm trying to segue into.
And then how do you toss all of those flakes into that? I mean, no, dude, there's like a horrible imagery going through my mind right now. You better get on top of
the
it.
flake tosser similar to the salad tosser?
I think the flake tosser may be part of the reason there's that white milky stuff all over the flakes.
Oh. Okay.
It's from that tiger too. Ooh, that's kind of creepy.
Picture and all, look out. Hey, so speaking of fishing, all right, we'll get back to
We're gonna
that.
get back to nuclear power.
No, not fishing. Fission.
Fishing. Yeah, isn't that the way it's saying in certain states?
Fishing.
It's
Yeah.
fishing.
Fishing. Where you going fishing? All right, so went fishing this morning with a friend of mine that I haven't been fishing with in probably a year now. Had a baby, and then they were.
He had a baby?
Well, him and his wife, right? They had.
He had a baby?
She's the one that had it come out of her womb, I assume.
Oh, I was like, can I meet this guy and become his agent? We gonna be rich.
All right. Well, so he and I we went fishing for largemouth bass today, and we're walking around the lake for a while, and I expected it to rain. It's rough terrain. I wore some of my black boots, and that was a mistake. And I usually wear flip flops. It's my favorite. Well, it attracts. Like I said, the heat,
Why did the boots have to be black?
the light, and the absorption versus the refraction or reflection.
Why couldn't it be a different color boot? I mean, why?
Because it's a requirement at work to have black colored boots.
Oh, so work.
And these are old boots that I use now for fishing
So your
when I
work
get
is
new ones.
Buddhist, as opposed to Buddhist. Your work is Buddhist.
Absolutely, they are not Buddhist. We'll stop right there. All right.
I don't
So-
know. You may be wrong about that. Because I mean, there's that whole entire
No, remember the
flagellation,
whole.
where you beat yourself. So
Oh.
these people, or the Zen master beats you. So I hear there's a lot of beating at your work. It may be a Buddhist temple.
No.
No?
Remember the whole non-harm thing?
Excuse me, Zen Buddhism?
No.
You go to Japan and they beat
Oh,
you,
no.
and you're supposed to focus through that pain, and it's supposed to release you from. So you, sir, may be a monk.
I don't believe it.
I'm just saying.
We're gonna have to talk about that off camera.
Okay.
All right, and off microphone, and away from anything where people can hear it. Other than
I'm
you.
telling you, you're a monk. Can you levitate? Can you do that whole entire lotus position, floating over shit thing?
I was teaching kids how to do the whole feet off the ground thing by like a quarter inch. You know how to do that?
That's not the lotus position.
Well, you can't do it in flip flops. You got to do it in like boots or something with a hard sole shoe. Which, speaking again, back to the subject of the day, proper footwear. Right?
Oh, I thought it was Buddhism.
Well, no, I was talking about boots. It could be bootism.
That's what I said.
Oh,
Buddhism.
oh,
Not Buddhism. Buddhism.
oh. No. See, they're definitely not bootists at work either, because some guys wear
Apparently they were. Oh,
like tennis shoes. Yes.
that derailed me completely.
Probably entirely.
Okay, fine.
At least 90% of the way. Let's say I would say 10% of us actually wear boots. I wear boots because I believe that they're most comfortable because there's a lot of concrete and so, whatever. But today, walking on the rough terrain, it's mostly gravel, rock, and a bunch of mud along the embankment, and I'm fishing and so on, and it's hot. My feet are really getting hot. And I was like, you know what? I thought about this beforehand, so I brought my flip-flops with me. So when we finished walking around the lake, done fishing for the day, I open up the hatch on my SUV, and I pull out my flip-flops, I take my boots off.
And the flip-flops are melted because the ambient temperature inside your SUV was probably about 145 degrees, give or take.
I don't think they're melted, but that's a good point. That might be where the glue failed on my last pair.
May have.
Oh man, I wonder if the Moses sandals would do that too. Walking in the desert, 40 years or whatever.
But they didn't use glue back then.
No, what did they use? How did they put shoes together if they didn't have glue on their shoes?
Tack. Wrapping up.
Or like nails?
Yeah, small one.
Or like cactus needles?
No, I don't. Somebody opened their Pokeball and a cacnea came out, right? And the cacnea fired the needles, and somebody held up a piece of.
You got to explain what you're talking about. I'm not a Poke fan.
Let's keep going.
All right, I don't play the poker moms or whatever it's called.
Your kid does.
My kids play Pokemon?
But for a minute, my kid and your kid were.
Oh yes, the Merida. Yeah,
Merida does those kinds of things.
Merida and the mini bowler.
There was the all that mini. And the poking.
Yeah, he's kind of big now, isn't he?
13, man. So yeah, the poking thing, yeah. So you don't say it's part of your household, man. Just saying. So let's move on. So you're Buddhism and your melty flip flops, and you don't know how they.
No, the flip flops didn't melt, but it's probably the glue that's on it. But it got me to think.
That got you to think.
Well, about the subject of the day,
Because
shoes.
Other than that, your brain was offline. It was like.
Well, I was fishing, so I was definitely not thinking a whole lot. That is a stress melter for me, so that's why I do it. I go out there and I'm ripping lips on bass, or I'm on my kayak, and it doesn't matter if I actually catch anything or not. It just the fact of doing it is, after a while, it's and then.
Can you do that again?
Right. It's mostly mindless. It's fun when you catch something.
So that was.
But the more important thing to me.
250cc engine there. I'm just asking.
How many RPM do you think it hit?
I think you were winding that bad boy out there. That was pretty bad.
It sounds like a Yamaha. Wing! Kawasaki. Ooh, the Kawasaki. That sounds like a Kawasaki H2R. Approaching its top speed of 280 miles per hour. Theoretical because the guy driving it backed out before he got to it. It's scary, he says. Yeah. I don't know. I guess tires melt off of motorcycles, even on the salt flats at that speed or something. I don't know.
Maybe they should have thought out of the box and not used a traditional tire.
They should have gone with wood.
I was thinking more stone. Stone is actually much more resilient, especially at high speed.
You know, I think stone versus the salt would probably tear off. Speaking of which, what shoe choice would you wear if you were on salt flats?
Flats, obviously, because not heels. That's for sure.
Oh, probably not. Heels would definitely poke in.
Exactly. So
guys don't usually wear heels. And when they do, they better learn to run in them. You know.
Yeah, fish tanks, man. Go all 70s. Rock them platforms.
Hey,
Rock them platforms.
There you go. And cowboy boots. They'd probably.
Oh yeah, those have heels. Yeah,
those
they do.
They
Some guys do wear heels.
That's a good point.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm thinking stilettos. That's
Gallagher.
Yeah.
Cowboy. Lady of party. Cowboy. Okay, let's move on.
Are you okay over there?
Don't you never saw that Gallagher skit?
Yes, of course I did.
Okay, I was worried about you. I was like, what rock did you crawl out from
I
under?
understand Gallagher,
Okay.
and he smashed fruit. You know, I met Gallagher. And that's a story for another day. But yeah, so the shoe choice that you have in like every single day is something that you consciously have to think about. Guys, girls alike. I know girls say they got, not all of them, of course, but it's just, I guess stereotype is the right word for this, is that women would like, more shoes and have different shoes for every outfit and so on. Cool, whatever. But how many pairs of shoes do you have, Harry? Not that many, really. Gosh, that's
active.
I was gonna dub in your voice and everything. It was gonna be fun. I don't know. How many physical pairs of shoes do you have that you could physically put on right now? I mean, obviously one on each foot physically right now, but like in front of you, hey, I could wear those if I wanted to, kind. Is it more than two?
I believe so.
But more than three?
I can't actually answer that question because, nowadays, in any given week, I largely wear one of two pairs of shoes and that's it. And that's going to go back down to one. Oh, no, I have to multiply the pairs of shoes shortly. But then it'll be kind of the same type of shoe.
Yeah, see, I've noticed that I actually have a bunch of pairs of shoes.
A bunch of pairs?
Yeah.
Is that like poker?
Sure.
Okay.
Or, bunches of bananas hanging, in pairs. No, but
Did you have some sort of hybrid tree that you have
my
bananas
camouflage
and pears
flip-flops.
going at the same time?
My tan flip-flops.
He's ignoring my joke.
My backup flip-flops.
Notice how he's really not saying different types of shoes. He's just got different colors of the same shoe.
We're going on. Hold on now.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead. Get deep now. Get deep.
So we're at 4 pairs of flip-flops alone.
Yeah, but that's just one shoe. So you just got shoe in multiple
Hold on.
colors. That doesn't
and
count
then
as different shoes.
I have my Under Armour, regular, wear them all the time if I'm wearing shoes instead of flip-flop shoes. I have
what are Under Armour shoes?
the
Enlighten me on what type of shoe this is. You just said shoe.
Like tennis shoes?
You said, an athletic shoe.
Yes, an athletic shoe.
Okay, because you said the Under Armour shoe. I'm like, Under Armour makes a dress shoe now?
I have the athletic shoe that has the swoosh on the side.
Oh, that would be a Kaniki.
Those are the ones I use for weightlifting.
Why? They have the smallest toe box. They are like flipping uncomfortable to me, bro.
These are their cross trainers. So
so they actually have a normal size toe box for your regular shoe as opposed to the other cross trainers which have a wider toe box.
Well, what's weird between those two is in the brand of the ones that I talked about first versus the swoosh type.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a size and a half different between them.
Of course. I bet you the swoosh ones are bigger.
No.
You're kidding me. No, those are cross trainers, so you got a bigger toe box,
right,
which leads you to use a smaller size. But if they narrow, you've got to get a bigger size. Yeah, that is
so the ones that I
annoying.
just got were 13 and a half.
Well, that's because your feet spread.
Dude, I'm 5'9" and I'm wearing a 13.5-foot shoe. It seems
because,
wrong.
No. Because first off, had you retained your original mass before you became Pete Massmaster, then your feet probably would have stayed the same size.
There's way too many jokes that go with that are inappropriate. Don't do that.
And then, once you became Pete Massmaster works out with volumes of weight that when he picks them up, the earth tips slightly in that direction. So you see, that forced your feet to become bigger to counterbalance all of this massing.
Are you done?
See.
Okay. So now I have another pair of the swooshes.
Okay.
That were running shoes. They're athletic shoes, but I use them for running.
What size are they? Same size as the
No, they're actually right in between. They're 12.5s. Because I guess when you run more, your feet expand or whatever, but they're narrow because they're running. Yeah.
Which is what I'd argue with, because when the force of impact is going to force your foot to expand, so you actually want, but whatever.
Yeah, I know, but you get them in wide or something, these paddles of feet that I have. And then I have some with an O on the side of them. You know, they make sunglasses. Probably heard of them.
You
really
got
popular.
Shade feet? You got foot shades?
Similar, but they're for like off-road use. They're like mountain.
Wouldn't that be what boots are for?
Trekking. No, but they're not black. So
Just get a pair of boots that aren't black and wear them for trekking.
Well, here's the difference. One is ones that I got when I was in Iraq, and they're still good with the O on the side. Man, these things last like freaking forever.
Wait, the ones you got in Iraq had an O on the side?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
They had an O store there in Baghdad.
For you guys.
Sunglasses and the boots. Yes, sir.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, and they had huge discounts because of the military and all, you know, but I don't understand how they were able to discount them and actually make any money in the process of doing it, because the guys that they had to use in order to bring them over would have to be charged more because they're contractors. And contractors at the time that I was over there was making a huge amount of money. Some of these guys in the 200 pluses. But anyways, I don't know how they made any money. Maybe they weren't, and they were just selling at cost for us. That'd be nice. Think so.
They would be used to wearing. It's the Apple theory. So when these people came.
Oh yeah, speak up. Apple theory.
Yeah, the Apple theory.
Apple theory.
The Apple theory.
Apple
so
theory.
When these get the Apple theory.
You mean like the iFruit theory, or?
So when these people came back, they were so used to and comfortable in the O boot, they would purchase more O wear, but now they would not be at discount. It would be at.
That's smart, because I did actually buy a bunch of O brand sunglasses.
That's the Apple theory right there.
Yeah.
You hit them early. You hit them in grade school. You hit them in middle school. And then they go off to college and they're like, well, I'm so used to using this, I need one. And then it transfers. So you hook them early, you indoctrinate them, and then you send them forth to expand your brand.
Nice. It worked.
Yeah. Make a lot of money that way, because they don't think to go any other. I don't understand. Like the whole fruit phone versus robot phone. So with fruit phone, you're like, well, I can't ever go away from fruit phone because robot phone is so complicated, and I don't understand how to do anything on robot phone. So I will always go fruit. Oh, now that I have a fruit phone, then I have to have a fruit headset. Oh, now I need to have the fruit tablet to talk to the fruit phone.
You know how much the fruit pen costs for their fruit tablets?
I don't even want to know.
Yeah.
So, but I gotta get the fruit pen so that I can now do art on my fruit tablet.
A pencil.
Whatever. So I can do art on my fruit tablet. So now I'm all completely bought into the fruit ecosystem, and I will never ever stray. So when the prices rise, oh well.
I don't think my wife is going to listen to this podcast, but she should.
It's one of the best marketing schemes I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's working well in my household. I haven't fallen for it, but there's 3 other human beings that live under my roof that do. So, well, at the same time, my fingers don't work on their screens. For some reason, I can, fiddle, fart, or slide my finger all over the screen of the iFruit brand, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know, it's weird. Oh, wife and I were in a store where we bought the latest tennis shoes I have, and she wanted to get some special pair of some shoes or something, whatever color, and they didn't have her size in that color. Specifically, the tongue on this one type is thinner than the tongue on the other type, and they had the one where the tongue was either too thick or too thin. I don't know. Some specifics, she liked it on her feet, don't care. But we went to their kiosk where you can order the thing and it'll be free shipping or whatever, just like as if you ordered online, but now she knows exactly which size you wear because she was in the store and tried them on. Now that you're caught up, her fingers didn't work on that screen. Mine did. How weird. Yeah. It's like a dog turning his head to the side there. Yeah. I don't understand why. Like, I understand that there's difference in screen types as capacitive versus resistive. But can't one of these types of screens be made to actually be compatible with my hands and normal people's hands? Or do I need to have like a special wand? Because if I hold the iFruit wand.
Oh, that didn't sound like that, but okay.
Well,
too much information right there.
Wand? Is that what you said?
I didn't know what it was. I'm leaving it alone.
Oh, okay. Well, if I use the iFruit pencil, oh boy, if I use the iFruit pencil,
you guys use
on the iFruit tablets
in the Disney realm. You know what happens when that?
Oh, hey, come on. We leave the big deal alone. We run into this.
I'm going to have to send
Hey, look. We're going to end up with a cease and desist order to keep that up. I don't want to deal with that. All right. Those are fun. No, they're not. Yeah, just like we can't mention the dew that comes from a mountain negatively. Or the co of something that starts with a P.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
What? The Bartleskeets? What now?
We can't?
Can't what?
Mention in the morning when the sun rises and you can see the dew forming. We can't say that?
Up on the mountain?
Correct.
Oh boy. What color is it?
I don't know. It depends on if there was a dragon sleeping under the mountain. Then it may be ashen.
Ah, nice. But, yeah, so like, brands are going to be careful.
If it's a fire dragon, if it's a green dragon, then everything's dead anyway because it's all been poisoned. But
I guessed you meant with ashen that it would have to be fire because I can't imagine ash is going to be snowy.
Green dragons eat lots of beans. They have horrible gas.
Oh,
Horrible.
groovy.
Yeah.
What kind of shoes are they wear?
They fly. I don't think they wear shoes.
Oh, okay.
That's
right. Really they have long toenails.
And
should they clip them or paint them? That's the real question, right?
Well, if you're assuming that the toenails on a green dragon would be poisonous, painting them would kind of subdue their magical abilities because if they swiped you, you'd be poisoned, and with some nail polish, and the poison would be sealed inside, and you just take damage. So as opposed to taking damage and poison damage, it would remove the poison damage and just do damage.
Okay, so what if the green dragon that eats lots of beans finds a red female dragon out there?
Oh, bad news!
No, but she doesn't have a sense of smell, so the two of them get along really well.
Except for...
Well, there is
she coughs, and he happens to pass some gas at the time.
Flammable situation.
Oh, yes.
Going on. But they're dragons, so that might be fun for them.
It may not. It may be fun for them.
But she can breathe fire, and as long as he gets a good spark, he can,
Did you not see How to Train Your Dragon? The two-headed dragon, one blew gas, and the other one blew flame, and you had ignition. So imagine a full-size green dragon and a full-size fire dragon, and so you would lose half a continent.
So if they want to burn something down, the fire dragon flies forward, but the green dragon flies in reverse? How does that work?
You hear this flying overhead? Run.
Oh. Look, if you got a big green fire dragon coming at you in reverse, I'm pretty sure I would be like, what? Instead of running.
Okay, okay, Lisa, I hear you in the back of my mind. So you were discussing the shoe.
Yeah, you still haven't talked about how many shoes you got. Because
I've
pretty much covered all of mine. I think I got more flip-flops somewhere, but they don't count. It's more flip-flops.
I believe I have 3 pairs of dress shoes, a pair of boots.
Oh, you're right, I got dress shoes.
Yeah, you forgot about it.
Dang it.
So I have 3 pairs of dress shoes, a pair of boots, 2 pairs of boots actually, and a pair of athletic shoes, but I'm going to be expanding because I'm trying to find. It is hard to find a good high quality cross trainer that they don't smack you over the back of the head for.
Or make too narrow. I was
No.
looking for a cross trainer when I went and I got the athletic shoes.
Did you look at New Balance's cross trainers?
I did. They were so uncomfortable.
What?
I don't work with my feet, I guess. I don't know.
What? Do you have Fred Flintstone feet? What?
I guess.
The
I
New
don't know.
Balance has a fairly wide toe box.
I did not notice that at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Did
I
you
mean,
look at the ASIC?
I did. They were comfortable, but they didn't have what it is I wanted in my size. They could have ordered it, of course, and I could have played on the kiosk and beep booped and whatever. I wanted some now.
You know,
And I'm just not that picky,
and
so I ended up going with something else that
now
was
we're
really
going to go
lightweight
into
and
the world
comfortable.
of instant gratification. Sometimes to get what you want.
I wanted to have a reason for a store, a physical, actual store, to stay open instead of everything to go the way of the liaisons. You know, online all the time. You know, I want the masks to stop. I want people to get together and start high-fiving again.
So hold on. Let me. I'm digesting. One.
Not like the Green Dragon, I hope.
So I'm trying to fathom this. So you believe that by walking into a facility, you will single-handedly reverse the course of COVID?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, because it sounded that way for a second.
No.
Okay,
I just want to be part of
I'm just chicken.
the people who actually go to an actual brick and mortar store.
Why would you do that?
So then the people that work there can stay employed.
The people that work there can stay employed.
But
called
if it's
call
all
centers.
online sales and call centers,
Just call call centers. Then they
No,
get to work from
man.
home.
look, they need to
The
have
best of
somebody
all
that
worlds.
stocks the thing, cleans the building.
No, buildings are about to go the way of the dinosaur.
That's terrible.
We don't need buildings anymore.
No, but then everything goes antisocial and you can't buy your shoes anywhere except online.
Well, no. You'll have like this place where you can go and have your foot measured, and then you'll know what size it is. And I think they call those podiatrists. And then you'll order your shoe online.
No,
What do you mean no?
because if I go with like the swoosh brand or the double hooks, UA, whatever that is, weird symbol. thing.
United Artists. They
It
make
looks
movies.
similar, I guess, but instead of they're on top of each other. I don't know. The hook and the sickle or the scoop and
Whoa. Are we talking
maybe
about
it's a
socialism now?
chalice.
I'm hearing
No.
sickles now.
No, the
What's
shape.
going on here?
Yeah, the
I don't know. The hammer and the sickle. You
Hook
said?
and the flail? No.
The what?
What?
The flame and the arrow. The what? The what?
No.
No.
Yeah, it's like a U and sort of like an A, but there's no point at the top of the A. Anyways, but I forget exactly what it is I was talking about. It must not have been important.
No, because we were talking about cross trainers and them not fitting, and we were
Right, the whole difference between those two brands
and
was
you
a size and a half.
stopping COVID by shopping in a store.
No. I just want it to go away eventually.
It's
Today
a
would be
virus.
nice.
It's never gonna go away.
No, of course not. But I want people to stop freaking out over it, let it run its course and do its thing.
No, because people are dying, and people will continue to freak out when people die. People don't freak. So
Nobody
I
freaks
find
out
it-
over car accidents, and they happen every day.
I find it.
Wear your seatbelt.
I find it quite intriguing that people don't freak out about the number of deaths from cigarette smoke, but
Yeah, exactly.
But we're not getting
It's
into
not
it.
a big deal.
We're
I
getting
can
into
talk through my machine just fine.
we're getting
Or
into
the
a
South Park terms, for
controversial.
those of you who know South Park.
It's coming right for us.
I like South Park.
So and we're getting into controversial topics that we said we would not discuss during the podcast.
No,
There will
I
be
didn't.
no
pull it.
there will be no controversy.
You tugged on that chain, sir.
I didn't. I slipped and tripped over it.
Okay, well, get back up, dust yourself off. Start picking your shoes up instead of dragging them on the ground. And step
That's
over
where
that
they
chain.
belong.
Step over that chain. Don't be held down by that chain. Don't be tripped over by that chain. Don't look at that chain as an obstacle. Look at the chain as a chance to,
Pick up something heavy.
I guess, move it out of the way.
I could
I don't
do
know.
dips with it.
What if it's rusted? Do you still want to grab a hold of it and get all that brown rust all over your hands?
I don't think I noticed.
Well, it's rust is usually lighter than your skin, so you'd probably notice.
Oh, man.
And it's darker than mine, so I'd notice.
I'd be fading, man.
If we just kind of
What
like
are these fade
in
spots?
between it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
we're like between the two of us. We're like rust colored.
But you're getting back to the point of you like the flip and flop. I really would love to know where that term came from. Outside the fact that they kind of do that, but why did they choose to?
Well, the noise I think is the flopping.
But isn't that like, you know?
But where's the flipping?
Brave Sir Robin.
Where's the flipping though?
Well,
Flops.
when
cool
you
for short, A for being cool, you know.
I guess when the little thingy that your toe holds onto snaps, it flips off and goes. I don't know. It launches. I have no idea.
Why would they call them tennis shoes if you're never gonna play tennis?
But they're not called tennis shoes. Tennis shoes is an affectation that's used regionally. Other
Explain.
people call them sneakers.
Oh, what if you're not sneaking?
Exactly. So I use athletic shoe.
What if you're not an athlete?
But it's an athletic shoe.
But it's
Look,
what if all you're
excuse me.
doing is
So-
walking
so-
around in Target?
So do I need to bust out the athletic wear video spoof?
Athletic wear videos.
Oh, well, I'm going to have to show it to you.
No,
after
we're not looking at any videos on.
We're doing. I'm gonna have
We're
to
not
show
doing
it to you
that.
after the recording because. So have you ever noticed that you can go to a store and like 90% of people of a certain gender are wearing
People.
athletic wear? Do all of them necessarily appear to be athletic? So let's move
some
on
of them
from this-
probably need to be.
So let's move
But
on
that's a
from this
good
topic
point.
before
we're gonna say
no,
that's
no,
a good
no,
point
no,
because
no.
I mean the shirt that I'm wearing today is for the movies. There's 3 of them. It's The Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2.
But if they're dead, how can they be evil? They're dead. It's over. They can't do anything. They're dead. So
Army
let's
of
go back-
Darkness, and the television show Ash versus the Evil Dead.
So
All
let's,
of which I am a fan entirely, and everything that Bruce Campbell does. Thank you, sir. I have even watched and enjoyed Assault on Dome 4. That's how you know that I'm not kidding.
okay, so I don't
That
know
was
if that
bad.
had to do with shoes at all, but okay. Did they wear shoes in that?
They did space boots, man. They're so cool.
Okay.
You know, like Napoleon Dynamite.
Who?
Napoleon Dynamite.
Who?
Napoleon Dynamite. Didn't you ever watch the movie Napoleon Dynamite?
No.
Oh man. All right. Hey,
Not
guess
within
what?
not within the realm of my genres.
You know how every Friday that I'm off of work, my kids and I, we watch a movie, and sometimes we invite you over, depending on what it is. And if my wife says, yeah, it's okay to have company, instead of her being antisocial, and I say, hey, Harry, come on over. We're going to have steaks and beer, and we're going to watch, some movie or whatever. I think one of these times is going to be Napoleon Dynamite.
Then I'm not coming
Why not?
because I had no interest in that movie.
I had no interest in it either the first time I watched it. Until it got to the point where he was dancing. And I laughed so hard, I choked on what I was eating and had to be resuscitated.
All right, so once again,
Yes.
I think we're going to try to find our topic.
Vote for
again.
Pedro!
And I think it's supposed to be about shoes.
Yeah, he had the space boots, man. They were so cool. I mean, as in, they were not cool at all. They were the opposite of cool. And that's part of what made it funny, because it didn't seem like he cared at all. And it was funny.
Yeah. So back to the shoes thing. You're trying to go somewhere with this, I take it.
Yeah, because you put them on your feet and then you go somewhere.
Okay, so that's the end of our podcast, folks. This was really quite confusing, even for me.
Oh, see, like, so when guys are like, yeah, women got a lot of shoes, like I mentioned at the beginning of that, and they got different shoes, blah, 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 we went over this. How many pairs of shoes do I have? I mean, I even forgot about the dress shoes, and I got more than one pair of them. I have different types of dress shoes. Because if I'm wearing a work uniform, I have dress shoes for that. If I'm wearing like a suit and tie, I have dress shoes for that. They're like formal shoes. If I'm just wearing nice and I'm gonna go out, with family, we're going to like a nice restaurant, I have dress shoes for that.
I usually do athletic wear for that, but I don't go to nice restaurants.
Yeah, but like, man, as a dude, I'm going, boy, I can't say anything about women's shoes because I may have more pair than they do.
So you.
I'm pretty sure actually I have more pair of shoes than my wife does.
So you have an actual room dedicated just to shoes.
No.
Yeah, then
They just go underneath the bed.
I don't think that you can compare them. So let's just stop.
What do you mean?
No women with rooms dedicated to shoes.
Room o shoes?
Yeah.
I must see one of these one day because I don't believe it.
It's shoe after shoe after shoe.
Do they ever wear them or do they like collect them? I heard of guys collecting shoes.
Yes, there are guys who collect athletic shoes.
I don't
yes.
understand that.
Because
Explain that to me.
there's the limited edition Jumpman X Shoe 1. There's the
You mean like special editions of like Jordans and stuff like that? Oh, okay.
See those?
So
would
they're
be
collecting them like
shoes.
baseball cards and stuff like that. The same
No,
idea.
they wear them. No, they
What?
only upon rare occasions. But today I'm wearing I'm feeling.
So it's a collecting investment, kind of like the same as idea as
Yeah, a collectant.
Yeah, well, like if a guy was collecting shot glasses, never is that going to be an investment, but it's a collection. I get it. Okay.
You can turn shooting something into glass. How do you do that?
No, like shooting liquor. The little shot glasses, the ones that have like Snorkies hanging on them.
like back in the good old the Wild West, and you'd shoot at the bottles of liquor on the fence.
Well, you
become a
shoot
better
at
marksman.
shot glasses to be better marksmen in the Wild West.
Outlaw Josie Wales thing.
Oh, okay.
You didn't watch that.
I watched a whole lot of westerns, so many westerns,
Oh,
and that's
you
recently too.
You just said westerns like the outlaw Josie Wales falls into a generic western category. You just insulted the outlaw Josie Wales. One of the best westerns ever made.
Okay, what is the name of the western?
The outlaw Josie Wales.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't recall if I've seen that.
Yeah, no. It's a Civil War piece.
Lots of them with John Wayne.
With Clint Eastwood, and he's but a hapless farmer on his farmland, and the Yankees come down and they burn the farm and kill his wife and kid, and the leader hits him in the face with his saber, and he's got this mark, and all you see is the lead up to the birth of the outlaw Joseph, because an injustice was performed, and in the Wild West, how is injustice repaid? So there's the whole entire quote unquote formation scene where he's standing there, there's still blood running down his face, he finds a revolver and he's shooting at something on a fence and missing terribly.
I think the problem is most of the ones that I've been watching recently were spaghetti westerns. So it sounds like it's not.
This one was deep.
This was an American produced one?
Yes.
Josie who again?
What Wales? Oh, the outlaw. My God. Just go look at Clint Eastwood's anthology.
No problem.
It's in there.
Yeah. Did I fire 5 rounds?
No. Not Dirty Harry.
Yeah, I love that movie.
You gotta watch The Outlaw Josie Wales. You gotta watch The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Oh, yes,
phenomenal movie. Phenomenal
Absolutely.
movie.
Fantastic.
Pale Rider was a
Saw that.
remake of what was the older one?
I don't know, but in all of these, did they have cowboy boots?
That's the only you wore in the West was the cowboy. Well, no.
See?
There were some good sturdy shoes.
Yeah,
Because you had the shoemaker,
guys.
and they would and they had the thing, and they would slide and the hammer, and they would resole the shoes.
That's right. Today, can you find a guy that repairs shoes?
Probably in some cities, but it's a dying art.
You know what? I'm gonna like do your brain real quick. There's one in our town.
No.
Yes.
Where?
In our town.
Well, our town ain't that big, so I really don't have to ask for it.
Wait a minute. Shoe repair?
I can probably meander around and find it.
And it's probably been around since like the Wild West or something. I don't know. It's an old building, small.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, but in the whole Titusville area, man.
This is 1950s.
It's right. A lot of things are still 1950s.
Oh, I'll tell you offline.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, yeah, the shoe repair, yeah, but the outlaw Josie, yeah, but cowboy boots and the cowboy boots, well-engineered cowboy boots, pretty much a lifetime thing. You can resole them.
So when they did their gunslinging, somebody was taking the guy's boots.
That was a blaster. dude. That would pew. No, alien shoot pew, pew. No. That would be that movie with Daniel Craig. What was it, Cowboys and Aliens? No.
I thought that movie was terrible.
No.
Oh my god.
I actually quite liked it.
Absolutely not. I thought it was going to be a movie. I was like, you know what? This title sounds really dumb, but then again, I really liked like Firefly. So, you know, maybe
but no,
Western in space
but
kind of thing.
but it wasn't a Western in space. But theoretically, that could have happened. Because the timeline of Alien and timeline of Earth, we don't know if at some point some alien civilization didn't come back and say, what are they doing down there? Or now they're shooting at each other with lead projectiles. This is not why we created this stupid petri dish in the first place. All right, let's go back home and come back in another generation. Yeah, exactly. No, I was thinking more.
Oh, okay. Calm down.
Okay.
So yeah, look at I've noticed that in a lot of sci-fi movies as well. Pay attention to their shoes.
Grab boots.
Yeah, sometimes like in the latest ones that you watched, finally caught up, they had magnetic boots. When they got in their little Mars machine, they were good to go, right? Clank.
Step down with your heel.
Yeah.
Ba-dink.
Yeah. Cool.
0G. Woo!
But look at a lot of other ones.
Yeah, they got the big puffy boots.
Pay attention to their boots.
The big puffy boots.
Sometimes.
More
Pay attention to their gloves. Sometimes, like when you're talking about like the really old, really old black and white films.
Oh my god.
With the space.
Wow, you're really good. Oh, those were horrible.
Oh man, they were fantastic.
They were not. They were like somebody's winter gloves
from
third grade,
the
man.
movies are horrible, and it's like torturing just to watch them alone. So I highly recommend.
Was it Plan 9 from Outer Space?
Highly recommend watching these movies if they're featured on Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. That was another great one.
Whoa. You know what I mean? Yeah, but if you watch them in the MST3K format, man, it's so much more entertaining. I mean, you go from like these horrible...
The brain from outer space.
Yeah, the floating eye.
Oh, the floating eye was fantastic. I mean, it was a sheet and...
the mole men.
Oh, Lord help me.
Yes, the mole men was fantastic. You know, the guys with the triangle lightning bolt thing, and we moved people into the sunlight, and they burned, they didn't know what to call it, and man, it was great. And the mole men, and then the mole men got on their side, and let's go.
This is supposed to be about shoes, really.
Yeah, but you look at their shoes in those.
But they were...
The people that were underground wore the same shoes as the guys that found the cave in the mole men. Because the mole men wore the same shoes, too.
Because shoes were ubiquitous back in that era.
Man, just, you're like,
but you gotta admit,
why were the mole men wearing shoes?
Han Solo wore the best boots I had ever seen.
They were
pretty nice, man. I'm like, dude's rocking some boot there. Look at that bad boy shoe.
Yeah, but like, you know, when I thought about like what ideas to come up with as far as like the podcast, what we're going to talk about, and that's all we do. If you're new here, we come up with, this is our subject. And we don't have a script, nothing. This is entirely improv. Everything we do is entirely improv. We don't have any plan that goes.
It is?
Yeah. Like, seriously, come on.
Like, you want me to throw away a piece of paper now?
Yeah, okay. So, like, if you have any ideas, you can send them to notrobotsquestions@gmail.com.
Lisa, yes, I know. You're going to send. You guys really need to stay on topic. I know. I feel you.
Yeah, you can message us on the Facebook. We're not super active on there. I post on there every now and then as far as
but if you do get
updates
active,
or whatever,
one of us will eventually respond. And you know what? If you get active, maybe
we'll
dedicate some cycles to actually being more interactive there. And you know, you guys can like talk to us. We can talk to you. We can start you guys can start a fan army. We'd have fans. We wouldn't know what to do. It's hot here. We need fans.
He done? Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, no, like if somebody sends a message on Facebook, it's not a problem. I get message notification. I can answer right away. If there's any sort of question to it or whatever, you have access to it as well. I can defer to say, hey, can you answer this? We got all that sort of stuff there too. And then if you want to leave us that voice message.
Yes, Jeremy, please, because he really wants a voice message. Please pony up and do this for this man. Thank you.
Well, I want a voice message that we can play.
Oh, forget it.
Okay. I want one that's like a hate mail, like how much you like. This show is terrible.
Jeremy doesn't
But
hate
not
us. He actually
person.
enjoyed. He was all happy to find out that we had resumed.
Oh yeah. Well, it's the second season. You have to have a break in the middle.
We actually may need to bring Jeremy in as a guest at some point since
We
he's
have
so
talked about this.
really happy about us casting.
We need to bring him in, and
How do you
I think the
pod?
subject for it should be explain how to make a cyborg. He can be serious about how you make an actual cyborg, and we can sit there
Why
and be
would we
snarky
want
about it.
satellite radio? No, that's not Jeremy.
That's
Jeremy's
serious, okay?
Jeremy's our fan who actually interacts with us. And not, well, Lisa is our fan too, but she gets mad when we don't stay on top. So let's get back to shoes for a second. So, in his journey on the athletic shoe, I do have a problem. So, in some of the things I do in life,
High or low arches.
I do have a problem with the fact that the shoe engineering has taken away the foot's role in life. And then you start to see more plantar fasciitis and things because the foot's not flexing and grabbing and doing the things that it was engineered to do.
Yeah,
These
and
shoes
then
are
take
now
the brunt on rocks and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
so these shoes now have essentially obsoleted a bunch of muscle groups in your foot that really need to fire. They help support your arch. They help do a whole bunch of things. They work with stability. And I watch infrequently a lot of my clients when they're doing movements, and I watch their ankles swimming because the shoe is redirecting force. And I invariably tell them to take their shoes off, and they're like, wow, that feels better because ground, foot, ankles firing, feet, fascia, grabbing, stability, things work much better because
Wow.
let's look at it.
Like
From the
actual
ground,
mechanics.
yes, from
way
the ground
foot
up.
was designed.
Once you introduce an instability way down there, that travels through the body and creates instability throughout the entire system.
Neat.
So we should go back to a world where everyone wears the flop thing like Pete, and your feet kind of do something.
On video.
Just kind of protect you from the rocks and the glass and the other debris we've created in society now, and actually let your foot work like it's supposed to.
So I was thinking again a little bit. I
Oh
know
my-
we're towards
will you
the
stop
end.
thinking?
I gotta stop. I know.
We've had discussions about this.
Yeah. Speaking back on another podcast that we had, as far as the machine that can run on plastic, right? Or the trash machine, right? That
Mr. Fusion home reactor.
Right. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's think about this for a moment.
Mhm.
Plastic is petroleum based, and petroleum based stuff as trash is the stuff that's the biggest deal. Anything that's petroleum based is the one that has the hardest time breaking down and actually creates the biggest amount of trash. Almost everything else is easily recyclable, and if it somehow ends up in the ocean, it breaks down. The petroleum based stuff like styrofoam and plastic are the problems.
You mean the islands that we have out there?
Right, all islands have a lot of this petroleum based trash wash up on them
No,
every
I mean
single
the
day.
Trash
And then the
islands,
trash islands that are all
I mean,
plastic. Yeah.
Let's be honest, we're gonna have a trash continent soon. But.
They're petroleum based.
Mm-hmm.
Gasoline and diesel is petroleum based.
If it was that simple, we'd have been solved this
I know,
problem.
right? Somebody out there.
God,
With the
shoulders are
brain.
like the size of small countries. I think this is Alsace-Lorraine right here. I'm not sure.
Hey, I do a lot of shoulder work, okay? The 20
No!
the 20-pound dumbbell's my friend, believe it or not. The
On a shoulder raise?
yeah.
Jesus Christ. My arm would fall off.
What?
My arm would fall off.
Oh,
I'm a puny
shoulders
little
out,
guy. You're
shoulders
like
forward,
you're
shoulders
like all
back.
you're massive.
Shoulder out,
You're like-
shoulder forward, and shoulder back.
You're like
Gym shoes, man. Gotta
they
have
have to
those.
be gyms.
Well, the place you go to work out that has the 20-pound dumbbell.
Yeah, those athletic wear. Those athletic.
Yes, but then it's a
athletic,
gym.
but it's athletic shoes. Because that's a
Well,
place
shoes
where
that you wear for the gym would be your gym shoes, right?
But that's a place where you are athletic.
The shoes that you wear for your fishing would be your fishing shoes.
No.
A
Once
truck
again,
that you
the
use
nuclear
only for
reactor
towing your
shoes,
boat is what? Your tow rig.
Isn't that one of those
Tow truck?
Volkswagen things? The tow rig?
The tow rig? Yeah, okay, yeah.
Set that one up beautifully.
You're welcome, Lisa.
Yeah. I tried, Lisa. I tried to push him back onto the tracks.
It's
I did
cars.
get my 2 cents in there about shoes and footwear and instability and people need to be really cognizant about this.
Yeah, realistically though, guys, if you have ideas for, what subject, we love it. We love it when you guys send messages. We love it when you send the emails. If you can send a voicemail that we can actually use on the podcast, and if you want me to play it, yeah, cool. I will absolutely do that too. We can put that right at the very beginning of the podcast. It says, whatever, like, you guys suck. Or whatever.
You guys suck. How about I thoroughly enjoy your podcast. You two are absolutely hilarious lunatics and you play off each other brilliantly.
Or hi, this is Karen Babowski from Sheboygan, Illinois. You're listening to the Not Robots podcast, or
whatever.
Sheboygan.
I don't know. It's a fun place to say the name of.
Not like Walla Walla, Washington.
This is Jared Johansson from Walla Walla, Washington. You're listening to the Not Robots podcast.
Let's hear some.
You know what? That would be cool if we had somebody come in, and that would be an awesomeness right there.
I would love to hear people get on anchor.fm/not-robots and click the little thing that says send a message. It's a voice message. And if you got your phone, it works there. On your tablet, it works there. If you got your PC, you can actually record your message and play it back to you a bunch of times.
On your politically correct.
Personal computer. Right? Your laptop, which most people have, I guess, now. It's your desktop. That's the one that sits on your desk.
Tablet now because it's the laptop's too big. And you can just stick your tablet in one of those little cool tablet sleeves and tote it around. But if you're I, then you got to spend $8 million on the pencil.
Or
so you
in
can
my case, I have
sketch.
a desktop PC that looks like the Cylon.
Yeah, no, you go
From
over
Battlestar
this
Galactica.
over. You really like your PC. Really.
You know my last one?
Really.
You know which one that one was themed
the
on?
half board cube.
That's right, half a board cube.
Yeah. Now, I'm waiting for the next iteration. I don't know what it'll be.
I don't know. We might get some ideas.
The particle accelerator. It could be.
The next one could be a fusion reactor.
Mr. Fusion home reactor. It runs
There you
off of
go.
banana peels.
It could look like a Mr. Coffee, but it'll say Mr. Fusion. Everybody knows I have coffee when I watch Radar.
See, and you didn't. You would have to talk about you pursuing the thing I asked you because I'm trying to see if I can wean myself off of that addiction.
Coffee?
Yes.
You want to not drink coffee anymore?
Correct.
Why?
Because I do not. A discussion I had with I do not like feeling that I cannot function without a substance. Food is okay, like I cannot function without the occasional steak, the occasional piece of salmon, some chicken.
Okay.
That I get, but I don't like get up in the
You-
morning and I'm
you
like,
want to-
dang it, I can't get this engine turned over. All right, let me pour some stimulant in there. Yeah, okay, I'm okay now. Yeah, no, I want that to
Jeez,
stop.
you're all the way old as pull starts, huh?
Yeah, pull
Wow.
start. Hey, I don't like that push to start thing. I don't, well, my key is just a fob. It sits in my pocket. All I do is just push this button.
Oh, I'm not driving that car. Okay, this one has keys. I was driving my wife's car earlier. It doesn't have keys. It has the little whatever thing you shove in your pocket.
Fob, yeah, fob. The fob.
Yeah, the little rectangle.
Yeah, the fob, yeah.
Yeah.
The hi, this person who's touching you is approved, so please do as he says.
What?
That's what the fob.
Oh, that's what it means. Yeah.
Yeah, that communicates that to the main system that you're acceptable. You've passed the clearance of I've paid an arm and a leg to get one of these things so I can control you.
And it knows that I'm driver too, so it'll automatically adjust to my settings. Yeah, gotcha. That's right. She has a nice car.
Audi did that back in the 19. Let's move on.
Yeah, so did lots of companies. I don't know about the whole keyless thing.
No, but they had buttons on the seat.
But it was, people had the buttons because they
Actually,
thought they were
you know
cool.
what?
Remember? Boop, boop. Remember that?
By key, it had a primary and a secondary key, and it knew, the Audis knew which driver it was. So you do your settings, and the key that went in.
Yeah, pretty much how all the brands are now. So.
Yeah, but now, we're talking back in the year of our Lord, we still use keys. I mean...
Back when all the shoe choice was cowboy boots or whatever the ladies were wearing.
Except what the aliens wore. The aliens didn't necessarily, because, if you were insect-based, you didn't really wear shoes.
Yeah, they had the little pointer.
Yeah, the talon, yeah.
I don't know what they're called.
Cowboys and aliens, yeah, the whole, yeah.
Skittlers.
Okay.
I don't know what they're called.
They were giant space shrimp.
Space shrimp. I wonder if there's like giant space fish, and you can use the space shrimp to catch the space fish.
There was a preview for a movie. I'm sorry, Lisa. There was a preview for a movie I saw where it was this world, and they were fishing for
fish,
star whales, and these things were bizarre, massive, and there were it was like jacked up.
I want to catch a star whale.
It was really cool because they were fast and big and displaced gravity around themselves.
So speaking of fast and big, all right, dolphins. They're
Lumbering?
smart. How come all these years of fishing around dolphins and all official? I mean, sometimes a fish will hit a trash bag, if it's on the water. A dolphin will never hit your fishing lure. They look at it, they go, ha ha, that guy's fishing. Nice to see you. I'm going to go run all your fish around so then they can't get any, and I'll be the one that eats them. Ha ha. Or whatever, Sometimes they play with your boat. It's cool. But they never, ever mistake your fishing lure. Or even if you're live baiting, they never hit the one you have a hook on.
Because they're smart.
That's right. They're so smart. Good job, Dolphins.
Now go win a Super Bowl.
Oh boy. Yeah. Okay, and with that, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, complaints, and gripes, and seriously,
they wear athletic wear because you got to get the right cleat for the right surface.
And if you have any ideas for future episodes, give us an email at notrobotsquestions@gmail.com, or send us that voicemail at anchor.fm/not-robots. And if you want to try contacting us on Facebook, we do have the book face. There's a page on there. We don't post a whole lot on the thing.
You should send a message saying, hey, why don't you guys do a podcast about staying on topic?
We would not be able to stay on topic about that one. That would be
the point.
Be rather hilarious.
Yeah, that would be, entertaining.
Yeah, that would probably last all 4 minutes, too.
Oh, no, we would off topic our way for an hour.
Oh, for certain.
It would be frightening, yeah.
Do we
But we're good at that. Yeah, you talked that you had a bunch of shoes, and then I did the whole entire thing about stability.
Horses and dogs and cats and any other type of pet they have. It matches their dog haircuts.
You put shoes on a dog if you're in Alaska because the permafrost and the splitting of the paw bad.
Yeah, I guess there's some that have a point. And you put the shoe on the horse because it messes up the hoof if you don't. It'll split the hoof if you don't have the metal shoe. Yeah, shoes have their...
And the shoe on the cat's just an annoyance, so you can get even with the alien creatures that have infested the earth. I should have ran that ship off when it got here.
How come when the flat earth scenario that you keep saying that you're from, whatever, and the aliens, the meteor hit and you went,
The meteor never hit. It was me. Go ahead, keep going.
And it hit and you went, dinosaurs, it's dangerous. Here, get close to the edge, guys, I'll save you. Push. Or whatever it was scenario that you had at the time. It's like knocking cows over when you guys fall asleep. By dinosaurs. I bet that brontosaurus was a tough one to chuck off the edge, wasn't he?
I just lobbed some food in a big roll of grass and lobbed it over and it went for it.
Just lean a tree
and
over.
It was just like, the fall was hilarious. It was like slow motion.
When it fell, did it go around to the other side though?
Some of it did. It was hilarious, dude.
The roots were still attached on the tree,
It was
or
amazing. No, the brontosaurus, because it was so long.
some of the brontosaurus went around to the other side?
Yeah. And then it eventually just tipped over the edge. It almost took a day to fall. It was hilarious.
All the way around.
Yeah.
Ah, interesting.
It was pretty bad.
It's almost cyclic.
On that note, we're out of here.
Hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Not Robots out.
See you guys. And peoples and stuff.
What if there's a thing talking?
And that was end
Is
stuff.
a thing listening?
That was the end stuff.
Oh, okay. And stuff.
That was end stuff.
And stuff.
End stuff. Yeah. Who messaged me now?
Oh.
Oh, and my reminder. Oh, it's her.
There,
Did you send a photo? No.
Oh.
I bet you it's a food picture. Well, that's much better.
Food picture. Oh, you're life coaching her or whatever it's called?
Nutrition coaching.
You're renovating the lifestyle?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing all that stuff. What did Betty say?
You're like a woman with a million tabs open on the same browser there.
That's not a browser. That's the queue of crap that I gotta flush.
Oh, you're just that popular. I have one notification.
Well, remember, I got clients.
It's a live thing. They're doing a live broadcast on the YouTube thing. I'm not interested in their live broadcast.
It's a client thing. Clienting.
Oh, I subscribed to a channel that was about sailing and sailing stuff.
Come sail away. Come sail away.
They're going to be sitting inside of the hull
Okay.
and of a sailboat and talking.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah, that's why I'm not watching their live broadcast. I don't give a darn. So can I have the little dangly do? I can put it away and stuff. What was the thing that you were supposed to show me that was supposed to be funny, I think? I assume it's funny because just about everything you show me.
The activewear thing.
The activewear?
You could probably find it on your phone, but I think I know which one it is, so I'll try to find it.
Activewear.
Anybody else need anything? No. Okay, we can do that, and we'll make this go away. So I need to come up with a smooth way to transition from doing what I was doing to not doing what I was doing. It said Ron D'Arcasio reply, but then it's not in there. I hate when that shit
So
happens.
changing to the IO, for example, is that the one you mean? From the LR to the IO?
No. Reply.
Oh yeah! Oh, let me turn this camera off. Did that work? No.